yes. Welcome back to the FOH Podcast.
Fuck out of here.
You give it up one time for that intro. That music is magnificent.
Man, that should be banging, bro. What's up, DJ?
I love that shit.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, DJ Ish, Mr. P?
Man, what's going on, Big Love?
Oh man, I'm on cloud nine, just floating a little bit on this motivational Monday.
That's right.
Oh, I gotta put it up.
There you go.
The race is on.
The race is on. What race is that, y'all? Y'all know what race that is?
The human race.
The human race is on. I heard that.
What's cracking tonight?
Tonight is a very special occasion, seeing as how it is a Motivation Monday.
I like to shout out. I like to give a shout out to my son who turns 15 today.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday
to that young man right there. Yes, sir.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting an echo out of there somewhere.
See, we were talking about that earlier.
Oh no, I'm a little okay. I hear the echo of the universe right now.
I tell y'all one thing though, my trippy timeline is ridiculous and awesome today. So you know what it is. It's always an awesome thing. Welcome to the show. If you're new, if you enjoy, make sure you hit the like, subscribe buttons. Always.
Yeah, so you get all this dope shit. So you can get all this dope shit Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Absolutely. Keep it gunning. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, might even get a surprise show out of it.
We do have a tradition here on the show. You know what happens at the beginning.
Yeah, we throw motherfuckers out.
You know, so I have one I'm a pitch. Y'all tell me. But first, let me hit the chat. What's up, Hollywood?
What's up? Mute her channel.
Hey, fellas. Rosalind J in the building.
Hey, Hollywood.
Well, yeah, whatever, Rosalind, whatever.
So here's the deal. First person going out tonight.
Whatever happened to follow the science?
Y'all know who that is?
Can I make a guess who that is?
Go right ahead, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to guess who that was, but from the appearance of it and seeing that shit earlier, yeah, that motherfucker's about as smart as a shoebox. Actually, I'm sorry. Shoeboxes are a little smarter. At least they got stuff on it you can read and know what it is.
Yeah,
so I don't know why people do dumb shit, man. I'm over it. I'm so over it.
Right.
I want to motivate my peoples to, to make wise and correct decisions. Nobody's perfect, but goddamn, why do this? It should be a law for stupidity. It should be a law. Common sense should be rewarded, and stupidity should be like you should get a ticket for being stupid. I do. I think the cops should just randomly come up to you and ask you just a normal question, and if you get that motherfucker wrong, then you get a ticket.
Rosalind J says someone needs to mute their mic. Uh-oh.
I ain't muting shit.
So y'all didn't know this.
Whatever happened to follow the science?
Yeah, they all look alike.
That's Trump Jr. right there.
stupidity, man. Just straight stupidity.
We got Prodigal in the building. What up, Sam? He said, hell yeah.
Whatever happened to follow the science? Follow the science. That's what we're going to do. It seems the Biden administration only follows the science when it actually suits them. One of the things I want to talk about that I've been reading a lot about lately is sort of the stuff as it relates to the teachers' union. You've seen what they've done over the last couple of months, the way they've basically held.
Can you imagine what would happen to me if I stood in front of a wall of guns and start talking shit about the teachers' union? Boy, I tell you, I ain't never seen America so sweet.
Look, I got one question. Why is his mouth open like that?
I do not know. Maybe because what he has to say forms that kind of mouth. Don Jr. Still at it on Twitter because, you know, getting your shit canceled for life doesn't cancel your family. So
yeah,
it's going to be a hell of a 2021. There was already a school shooting somewhat in the news yesterday.
First of all, I got a question. Who was at the school since schools are shut down? And who was the motherfucker
Not
shooting
all
at?
schools are shut down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm from the land of, it would just make sense to keep the schools closed for now, but, you know.
Sam said, what science? You know they got alternative facts, so they science is alternative science. Some outside the box shit.
Yeah.
That is not approved. Not by facts, at least. Either way, that was my bid for today.
Fuck out of here.
To Don Jr. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like that one. But did y'all see this?
What we talking about? What we talking about?
Nonchalantly, I'm raunchy with things I do with
What we talking about?
I'm not coming home when I'm 56. Die with the hardest scar face and take 50 licks. Before I let these crackers show me his shit. Bills if you a good kid. Down to the red hot coast. These cocksuckers got nerve. Heard I was killing shit, they must got word. That I told a chief from Rich Paul I don't want him.
Hold on. That's the top. Ray Quan versus Ghostface. Hold on, bro.
How y'all feel about that verse? Big Luck?
Oh, I'm sorry. You was asking me a question. How I feel about that verse. How I feel about that verses. I don't know, bro. They talented. I think I would be bored.
With Ray versus
Now, if you were saying like Wu-Tang versus Onyx or like a group versus group battle, you know what I'm saying? That would be dope as fuck. Fuck it. Everybody doing solo now. Do a fucking group. I'll get them tested for make sure they don't got anything and put their ass in there.
Yeah.
Group versus.
Yeah, I dig it.
Let's see Jodeci. Let's see Jodeci and Silk do a versus. Let's see some great groups do a versus.
Okay.
Fuck it. Go get the Hit Squad. You know what I'm saying? Then you go get the Flavor Unit. Get all those groups together, and y'all motherfuckers is gonna have a versus.
Well, yeah.
fuck it.
Might as well. About Outkast. Who would you place in that bid right there? Big Luck.
Yeah.
Outkast.
Dope.
Versus who? Versus who? Big Luck.
Dude. I know you keep asking me that.
Getting a delay.
You asking me. Yeah, you asking me, and I'm just saying, Outkast. Who could be somebody to go up against Outkast at that time frame of that era? Honestly, bro, I wouldn't know. You know what?
Who's that?
Dude, that's some hard shit right there, bro. Because Outkast has so many fucking trends.
Yeah. Do you want to ride?
And then some of the groups, and then some of the groups that I could think of that would probably compete with them. Well, yeah, or not around no more. But you know what? Now that mentioned it, nah, they don't have the catalog.
Nah, they dope, but they got some nice shit.
Yeah, they don't, but they need a catalog. Somebody with a catalog that can keep up with them.
Yeah, they got. Outkast got a number of albums, definitely.
Yeah, they got a number of albums and a number of hits. You know, so you need somebody who got that same catalog.
Well, just like do.
Oh yeah, the Ghetto Boys, but you got to remember Bushwick Bill ain't here no more. You need somebody, a full group that's still around. I don't know how that would work because if you say Outkast, I would say Tribe Called Quest. And Outkast, if he was talking about like that,
yeah.
But Phife Dawg is, rest in peace to Phife. He's not here no more. So how would you find a group that you can deal with that? You could say Outkast and Mobb Deep, but Prodigy ain't here no more. You see what I'm saying? So who would you put in that group? Who would you put them as a group versus with?
Yeah. It's tough because it's very visual. Those are the best ones at least. I could still see like the artist still doing the group, presenting the group music. But I guess if you want to see the performances, then, that's a different take. And that's pretty much the running thing now.
Yeah, because if that's the case, you could have been did a Biggie Tupac versus.
Right.
If that was the case.
Right. Well, people talking about it. That's something they're talking about. But I guess we'll see where they go from there. I got a clip for y'all I want to get into real quick. This made me laugh, and I ain't laughing at Uncle Snoop. But it's just hilarious what happens when video games and shit upset. Grown man.
Look at this shit.
Fuck!
Complete to Randy Moss. Touchdown, Washington.
Fuck this shit! We came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
That is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious.
Oh, damn.
Pissed him off.
He was so mad. They said he left his live on for 7 hours before he came back and turned that shit off. Oh, damn.
Hey, remember when we didn't have no live shit back then? The computer whooped your ass. You had to throw the controller at the TV. How many controllers you done broke? Man, I just stopped the controller and threw that shit against the wall. Like, how the fuck did I lose?
Leave that shit to the young folks, Snoop.
Snoop, that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Fuck!
Complete to Randy Moss. Touchdown, Washington.
Fuck this shit. Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
Oh shit. That is fucking hilarious, bro. We all done did that shit. We done all done did that bullshit. Yeah, we done all did that shit. That is fucking hilarious. You ain't the only one, Snoop. Except
He's still cracking.
Oh my god, that shit is hilarious.
oh shit.
And there's so much more on my trippy timeline. That shit is funny though. Rosalind said, "Sound like luck when he loses."
Well,
Look,
unfortunately, I don't lose. I don't lose games.
Oh damn!
I like to motivate people. Sometimes I lose on purpose to see that looking happy.
Let me ask y'all a question. What game did you play would make you frustrated like that back in the days? What was that one for you?
Shit, I actually had 3 of them.
Names.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I hated fighting Mike.
Nobody be Sandman.
Hell nah.
You work all that damn hard to get all the way to the end, and you can't know it's impossible to beat the damn.
Yeah, fuck Mike Tyson Punch Out, cheating that game.
For the second to
Then
last.
I hated double dribble because anybody knew that if you played with a certain controller, you was not missing a 3.
Oh yeah.
And that nigga and the nigga you played with always wanted that controller.
What else? What else, Big Luck? The third one.
Oh, the third game, I had to say GoldenEye for Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a favorite right there.
Yeah. And I'm not talking playing on the easy mode either.
Hollywood, talk about playing one more time. You know I play that shit. I am not gonna survive this damn episode. I couldn't even see through my fucking shit.
Oh shit!
I had tears in my eye. Oh, I can't play that shit again.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit!
TJ
play
said,
one more time.
Man, my cousin was the king of that damn game.
Beating Bison.
It's plugged up.
And then the first Mortal Kombat, the very first one, you was not beating Sharon Song. You was getting your ass whooped.
I think my main one, where I used to slam the controller on the PlayStation and shit, was Tekken.
Oh yeah,
it was hella technical. You know, the timing of the shit. You get the timing right, it do the move. You know, you gotta catch them when they moving and all that shit. And you know you did it right, but it didn't work. Yeah, that shit used to have me mad, man. Now I'm losing and shit. It'd be like I'm getting my ass whooped in real life. Nigga get mad as hell.
Yeah, but you know what irritated me the most?
What was that?
When they finally came out with the disc, and your disc had a little sliver of a scratch, and you was on the very last level, and your shit freeze up.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
and your memory card was full, and make you start all over.
Yeah, I hated that. Yep.
Fucking bring back ColecoVision. I need a ColecoVision.
You're taking it too far back.
Yeah, I'm going far.
Everybody don't know what that is.
They don't remember the controller with the numbers at the very bottom of the controller that never worked when you typed in the code. And instead of a regular cord, it had a telephone cord that stretched from your game system to your controller.
I got a question for y'all. What is the worst present you have ever received?
The worst what?
Present, gift.
Oh my nigga, where do I start? Nobody's never got socks from the Broadway swap meet for Christmas.
I was about to say the same shit. Look,
They're socks, nigga. They're socks, and they didn't even fit. They was the short socks.
Chat, tell me where y'all
my
at
shit
on
was
that.
always always up to my kneecap.
What's the worst gift you ever got, Chat?
Now I can tell you the worst gift I've ever seen.
Give me your second worst gift you ever got. Socks is the gift to keep on giving. Hey,
Yeah, socks is, man. Look, socks is
9 years old now. You're getting some socks.
And that's it. Nothing else, just socks.
Not only just socks, but the socks that come way up to your kneecaps. Past your kneecaps.
Oh,
Yeah, you got those? I didn't get those, bro. My family was too cheap, my nigga. I didn't get that. And it's funny because everybody else would get some special shit, like they get that special toy or that special game or whatever. My ass got fucking socks.
They ain't
like
even
James
get
Worthy.
Yeah, I feel like Charlie Brown. I feel like Charlie Brown when he went. I feel like Charlie Brown when he went Halloween, we went trick or treating. He was like, "What you get?" He said, "I got a rock."
I guess that could be the worst gift. Is nothing.
Right. That could be.
Now I see the most embarrassing gift given to somebody.
What was that?
Oh man, everybody was getting big boxes of gifts, and it was some nice shit. And they did this in front of this dude's whole family. They opened up the box and it was nothing but hygiene products. I said, y'all do some cold shit. I'm talking about it wasn't just normal hygiene products. These motherfuckers were over
that.
No, they gave him shampoo for lice and shit. Like, who the fuck does that? Why would you embarrass this dude in front of his family like that?
I felt.
Why would you do this shit? Nah, bro.
Seen that happen. When I seen that happen, and they gonna see this episode. Yeah, I was like, nah, y'all ain't right.
That shit honestly was not funny, but that shit was funny.
Rosalind J says we had a $30 budget, and someone gave my coworker a Christmas ornament.
A Christmas what? A Christmas ornament. Damn. Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's some cheap shit. That's some cheap shit right there. And I bet you that kid probably made it in fucking some art class and shit.
I watched somebody receive a gift that I was present when it was purchased. And I didn't, fuck it. I don't know everything about you. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't know everything about damn food. So when I opened the box, got the gift from the other person and pulled out these particular shoes, his face. I've ever seen in my life. And I was just sitting there like, damn, what's wrong with him? There was some chocolate Timberlands.
I remember, I think you told me that story. You said that motherfucker was hot.
He was on fire.
Yeah. He was hot.
Funniest face I ever seen, but because it was like Christmas, I didn't think anybody would ever show you they don't like your gift. It was just hilarious to me. Oh my goodness, this is funny than a bath.
Yeah, but Prophet, when they gave that kid those hygiene products, each one of those hygiene products was individually wrapped, and it was wrapped so good you could tell what it was by looking at the wrapping paper.
That's cool.
You pulled out one, you could tell it was mouthwash.
That's cool.
Who does? That's what I said. Who does some shit like that?
Since it's Motivational Monday, I gotta ask y'all this.
The race is on.
So on Motivation Monday, I'm gonna present this question to the panel here. What is the biggest risk you've ever taken? And chat, if y'all want to get involved, if you can put the biggest risk you've ever taken in, a few words or so,
dude, that list we'll be here forever.
Dream job or whatever that might be. You know what I'm saying? Throw that down in the chat. But I want to hear DJ Anchai and Big Luck.
Walking down the street while black.
What DJ Anchai say?
Walking down the street while black.
Oh my goodness. I do understand. But
just like I said, where do I start?
Now
where do I start, bro? Biggest risk ever taken?
Anymore. Now you just
what biggest risk ever taken? My God, where do I start?
Give me the biggest you would say that you've ever.
Bro, we'll be here all night. We'll be here all night. We don't have that much time.
That's why.
That's why he said one.
Biggest risk ever taken.
It's a robbery. No, that's one of my artist songs.
Biggest risk ever taken.
Come on, y'all. Biggest risk you've ever taken in your life right now.
Damn, bro.
Dropping off a package.
DJ Anchai said dropping off a package. Woo! Sounds like some 007 Mission Impossible shit.
Well, it wasn't no 007. It was illegal package.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, I'll tell you one of the risks I've taken.
A pack.
Yeah. And this actually involves you. The time when motherfuckers try to take advantage of you on some money shit. And I went into So we getting hot. So basically,
that was the biggest risk I've ever taken. Next question. Biggest risk I've ever taken.
Well, long story short is when he called me, he was like,
hold up, Big Luck. I know where you're going with that one. That's a good one.
Oh, okay.
I would say for me, it had to be putting my art out there. That's right. Yeah, it's a very judgy world. Art is made to be judged. So, you embody yourself in your art. You put your passion into it, and you draw where you from a place of privacy. You know what I'm saying? You paint something that you might never say to somebody, and you put it out there for people to judge it. Your babies. I get it.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to throw in the biggest risk they've ever taken?
Guess not.
I think a good one I would say, just because it's Motivation Monday, is being motivated, after having been motivated already. Keep going and keep trying. Keep recreating yourself. So, it's risk. That's a big risk, because there's no such thing as failure until you quit. And people quit.
They say, like I always say, a try beats a fail any day.
And that's the risk, It's worth it. We can keep it pushing. I got a few other questions I want to throw in there at y'all. Tell me something that you've always thought was mysterious. It could be about anything. A person, life. Something you always thought was mysterious.
So you
Anybody.
Mysterious.
We can come back to that one if you want.
I've always been kind of. Okay, go ahead.
Since it's Motivation Monday, I don't want to leave him hanging on that one. Lowest point in your life.
Shit.
How you got through it.
Lowest point in my life. Oh my gosh, shit. I was stuck in a city I had no way to get out of. I was homeless. I was broke. And I remember the city I was in was extremely cold as fuck. Brother didn't have no jacket or nothing. I remember I sat there under some steps by this building, and I was like, man, if God can get me out this situation, I don't know what I would do. But yeah, bro, I was stuck in a city, dude, that I had no way to get out of. You know what I'm saying? That shit was terrible. That was a very low point, bro. There's been other low points,
Yeah.
Out there hustling on the corner, and either you got enough to re-up, or you got enough for a room, or you got enough to eat with, but you don't have enough for, either or. So you have to make a decision. So I made a decision and stayed out on the block for like 3 days and hustled. Yeah, so it's been a couple of low points, bro.
Yeah, that's tough right there.
And then when you have kids, of course, you already know, making sure that they have what you didn't have, and you go out there and get it. And sometimes, you may not have it right then and there. So you have to figure out other ways to make your child happy. You know what I'm saying? Until you can come up with the means for that. Those are low points for parents who care about their kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a few low points, bro.
Man, I guess I gotta say my lowest point was when I had my first kid. Because I'm just out of high school, no job. Trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't one who can count out. I mean, I can count on my mom to be there, but I didn't want that crutch. So I did what I had to do and manifest myself a decent job, and just pull my boots up, and do what I had to do. It's all about taking care of you and your kid. Your kid comes first, so you gotta do what's necessary. And I don't knock those who had to do what they had to do, as far as if they had to sell drugs or whatever they had to do. You do what you need to do to survive. So, but as long as you better yourself, that's the main thing. So, I did what was necessary, and I think I did pretty good. So,
no doubt.
That's heavy right there. I guess it's always been like both of y'all said, it's gonna be a lot of low points. I can think of a few off the top of my head. I know having amnesia, of course, was fucking, I don't know. That shit felt like zero, not even low, just zero. That was weird to have to fight to get through. Another one, kind of trivial, but for the young man, the young me, it was a very low point when we hadn't studied the business or any of that type of shit yet. Me and my group mates living in Texas, and we had our own apartment and shit like that, going to college and everything. and everything started to kind of crash down, domino effect. But in between all of that, there was the moment where we thought that we would just get this, get signed to this label that was into us, promised us all this type of shit. And we just kind of waited, And in that wait, I would say, was one of the lowest points, like the feeling of, just being completely empty and hopeless because we weren't out there, doing the work. But we didn't know about that type of shit outside of, whatever we did on campus and shit like that. Or, moving around, going to different venues and shit like that. But yeah, that was big. Okay. Big Luck.
Yo.
What else? Or should I say, in those moments, what did you put in your mind to make sure that you were going to make yourself, a new person?
Well, for one, bro, not give up.
It's to change, you got to change.
Right? Yeah, don't give up. Yeah.
You got to change.
Yeah, for one, never give up, no matter how hard it get. I mean, honestly, because if anybody had anything to give up, shit, I definitely was one of those people. Shit, I had no real guidance on how to grow up. You know what I'm saying, or what really to do. It was more or less of do this and now. Not let me help you educate yourself to the point where you will survive out here. Very different, scenario. So the point of don't quit, is the factor. If you really think you can start your own business or, you want to go back to school and get that degree or whatever the case may be, the point is don't quit.
That's real.
And on that note, you can't quit once you start. But also it depends on your attitude. Because if you have a bad attitude, you won't make it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know with me growing up as a little, I had a bad attitude. Somebody could piss me off and I'd be heated. Telling what I'm gonna go do to the next person. But I've learned to control my attitude, my anger, in order to succeed or to finish what I need to finish. To get to that next level. So it's all about attitude and how you perceive things also. So
yeah, that's real. And you stay in the form of positivity. I mean, you're gonna always run into obstacles. But
right. Don't let it frustrate you.
Yeah. Stay positive. And like I always say, you're going through hell. Last thing you want to do is stop, smell the roses, or argue with the trolls and the demons and the imps because they got your attention and you don't like what they're saying or doing. You gotta have a tunnel vision to just keep going. Keep going. Shit is gonna tempt you. And that's why that anger management, if you feel like you got a problem with your temper and shit like that, address it. Address it, because ain't nobody gonna help you do it for you. And that's the one thing, boy, oh boy, that can easily derail your plan. Getting upset and acting out.
Especially on
I
little
already
shit.
know that. For those who might not. Just a little discussion I wanted to have on Motivation Monday.
The race is on!
So the lawsuits keep popping off, y'all. With these artists. Now it's the game. We've talked about it a few times on the show. But Yeah. Now he's being accused for all of these scams, for independent artists submitting because they have blown up this company. I believe it's probably the same company that's behind every single artist that you might have seen, promoting some type of competition or some shit, get on my album or whatever it is that they might say in their advertisement, between the Game and other artists all the way up to Funk Master Flex. But they have them all do these videos and the shit is working, and so now it's like thousands of people that have paid money, $15 to submit to this and in this competition or whatever it is, and then it's another $500, you in the top ranks, and whatever type of scam shit they probably say. I wouldn't know because I didn't pay, but I did submit an email to a link that somebody sent me just because they say, hey man, I think you should put your song in this. And I submitted, so I get the messages that they're talking about that they send, But yeah, now they after the Game. So I don't know what's gonna come next. There's gonna be a lot of money owed, though. I'll tell you that. A lot of people looking for opportunities. Shit, the main reason why a lot of people are paying money to submit to these scams is because, it's the same reason why the artists are being scammed by these companies. In the entertainment industry, the rivers of income are starting to dry up. No tours, and a whole lot of traveling, and it's all under the water.
Yeah, which is funny to me, because I remember when people would come to us and be like, yeah, man, I dig y'all music and I think y'all can go somewhere. And then as I'm negotiating, this fool will say, "What?" I'm gonna say one person. He would say, "Oh, I got all these hookups." I said, "Okay, well, what you gonna do?" He said, "Well, if you give me 30 G's up front, I can blah 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 blah." Now, me as a businessman, I said, "Well, that's dope. But why don't you take a percentage of the deal and get your money on the back end and make the deal happen?"
Right.
And motherfucker didn't want to talk no more after that because I knew it was a fucking scam. It's the same principle where people say, "Well, what your numbers look like?" Well, okay, we'll play this game. Oh, we don't have enough numbers. Okay, so now we find out a way to get those numbers up. I ain't gonna say how, but we got them up. Then you go back and say, "Here's the numbers. Here's the proof." Oh, blah, blah, blah. See, this is the point that I need to make to you artists. All this shit is a fucking game. Because if you're an independent artist and you have those numbers naturally, you don't need a record label. You just need to maybe tweak some shit, but you don't need a label. The labels need you because you already got the numbers. You see what I'm saying? So they'll put a little money into you. You'll self-promote, you know what I'm saying? And you'll do all the work for them. That's why your 360 deals and, you signing to 8 different labels, you don't know what the fuck is going on because of it. So all this shit is just.
Uh-oh.
Like he froze up there.
Yeah.
That you're an artist and you got 5 million streams or whatever, or 50 million streams, and then you get with a label and all of a sudden you got 1 billion streams. Bro, that shit is paid for. Your label paid for that. They're cheating the numbers for you. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like physical record sales back in the day. And that's why your money don't look right. Your jewelry is worth more than what you have in your accounts. Because you're not really seeing the bigger picture when it comes to that game. So, yeah, digital numbers, all that shit is fake. I remember Prophet had a bunch of views on a video that was all organic. And I looked up one day, and they had chopped that from the first week of having maybe like 50,000 views in the first week. They chopped that shit down to 10.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
You see what I'm saying?
A lot of independent artists report shit like that. And
yeah, it happens.
I've seen a few independent artists actually take YouTube to court, and one person won because they were in a small town. And they tell the story on this blog. But either way, once they went online and celebrated it, Google appealed and came to court with, a crew of lawyers and shit. And so they beat him out.
Yeah,
But,
man.
that's the thing is at some point, and this is also to another topic that I want to get into. So Ice Cube is doing this campaign again, where let me mute this one. Where basically Warner Brothers, he says, is holding the Friday movie, sequels at bay. Okay. He says they have hijacked the happiness of the culture when speaking about Warner Brothers. I don't know if they hijacked the happiness of the culture. My happiness within the culture isn't, tied to movies released by any production company. You know what I'm saying? But I get where you're coming from. I don't know if I would put it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit much. But I think fans of the movie, they can, contact Warner Brothers and everybody that Ice Cube is naming, to ask them why don't they release the film. But the point I wanted to get to was I do not understand why a lot of these people in the industry from our community aren't owners at this point. Like it blew my mind when I saw that it, Straight Outta Compton wasn't written by Cube and Dre, or that they were producers on it, but I think the movie had like 17 producers and shit like that. Is that's odd to me, because I understand why Friday might be hailed. Maybe Cube way back then, they did what they could do. They took what they were offered. You know what I'm saying? And they did great with it. So yeah, that one is owned by the company, but it's like, why don't you at this point? Dr. Dre is a billionaire. All your friends are, have hundreds of millions of dollars and they're billionaires. And it's not like you need to ask them for money. I'm just saying resources are there, things for people to invest in. I don't understand why. Even when I looked at Master P's films, some of it was, tied in that same way. I just don't understand why it's that way at this point. Still.
Well, I'll give you a prime example of why. You remember that movie Passion of the Christ?
Mel Gibson paid for it out of his pocket.
Right. Yeah,
because nobody would back him. Mm-hmm. So he paid for it out of his own pocket and made him a billionaire, basically.
Yeah.
It's the same principle.
Big luck.
Are you there?
Yeah. When somebody else tried to do it,
mm-hmm.
They outlawed it and they said, "Oh no, this is illegal. You can't do this. This is against the law." You're talking about Warner Brothers and these people holding you back and this and that. And to be honest with you, they got the power to do so. I don't think that these guys have enough money to rival these guys as far as promoting it, sending it around the world, things of that nature. Of course, they all got money, but these guys got shutdown power. There's a difference when they don't have to pay $100 million to shut your shit down. They could just make a phone call.
But shut it down from where? You know what I mean? That's my whole point. Why would you be shut down?
He said that they own the franchise, right? He said they need permission. They need permission to put that out, right?
I'm talking about from now on out. Why isn't there? I understand the past. That's what happened in the past.
Okay, well,
but
let's go
you
to
look
the
at like
aspect of
Blumhouse, right? Like Blumhouse might be heavily connected, but that's where you get out from, right?
Yeah, of course.
The budget was like $4 million. Okay.
Yeah, and it made $100 million. Yes, which is considered a great
$250 million.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not really even a money thing because it doesn't have to cost a fortune.
Yeah, but guess what? When these guys sell their movies to these companies to get it greenlighted or get it sponsored or paid for, don't they have to sell a percentage of that movie or sell that franchise to this company to get a lot of their first initial funding for these movies? That's why when it comes to like people releasing their albums or releasing movies, they're like, what, a record label?
Money is no longer an issue for any of these guys. I understand you needed that back in the Friday days, but at this point, I mean, the money that it costs to make NWA is nothing to Dr. Dre and his friends.
Yeah, but who was going to do the mass distribution without them spending their money?
Mass distribution is like the end of the industry now. It's like a dinosaur, Dave Chappelle made how much money on his last special? He got paid for what, 50 million or something like that? 30 million? They didn't make one copy. They've manufactured nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking. I don't see where somebody gonna have to leave that in the comments. We'll move on from there. We got Mo. Trip timeline. Everybody is talking about T.I. I remember T.I. put out a statement. He said, he said what he said. He said, it's all bullshit, and as far as the threesomes and all that type of shit, I'm not speaking verbatim. I mean, I'm speaking verbatim. But he said, we just it's our private shit. We do what we do with consenting adults. We call people who we know get down with us, and he said it's never been rape or drugging, and never that's what T.I. said in his family's defense. The shit is gonna be whatever it's gonna be. I look at like Whack 100 posted some shit about it. At that point, I was done with it, because he's very hypocritical with his shit. So, what do y'all think?
Well, I already said it before. Anybody who listens to that man is waiting for trouble. I mean, honestly, he reminded me of the homies in high school that did nothing but instigate shit. And then when you got your ass thrown in jail or you got your ass whooped, them niggas laugh and say, I told you not to do that dumb shit. No, you was the main one telling me to do that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And I listen. Don't let nobody tell you any dumb shit. That man's not going to pay for your lawyers. You know what I'm saying? That man ain't going to truly get you out of jail, and you just got this man another million clicks by doing that dumb shit. Yeah, we seen him knock out a few people and do all that shit, but man, that man ain't gonna risk his livelihood for you motherfuckers.
Right.
If I told this motherfucker, like, yeah, man, everybody you beefing with, man, just go ahead and just, do their ass in. Man, that nigga ain't gonna listen to what I have to say. That man ain't gonna look at me and say, yeah, you full of shit. I ain't gonna do that dumb shit. And then he gonna laugh and walk off, which is exactly what he's doing to y'all every time he tell you motherfuckers to do that shit, and you dumb motherfuckers do it, and then he laugh in the background and say these stupid motherfuckers. Come
And
on, man. Y'all gotta be smarter than that.
off of someone with contradictory statements and information, I want to ask y'all in the chat as well, if you want to, in as few words as possible, worst advice you have ever given.
I don't even say bad advice. I done gave fucked up directions to people who was rude. I done gave them some fucked up directions. Like, I had a motherfucker drive all the way to the projects thinking it was LAX.
Okay.
No, I've done that. I've done that.
Well, look, me myself, I really try not to give any advice, and you know, because it can get twisted or fucked up, and I tell people, if you want advice from me, you want me to speak on something, I'm not telling you to do it or not do it. That's totally up to you, but I just go from my own experience and tell them this is the way it is, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to give my advice, that is, on too much of anything.
I got you. Keanu Reeves said the same thing or something very similar. In the interview, they asked him, you know, what advice do you have or some shit? And he said, no, I don't do advice.
That come back on you.
Yeah. No, I feel that. That's real. So how about, did you ever notice when you were a kid? I don't know. Did y'all watch the Muppets?
Yep.
Yep. So, yes, sir.
Do y'all remember the Muppets being hella racist?
Yes.
Yep.
Dang. Oh, okay. Maybe I was just too young when I was watching it because I didn't realize that shit until I was watching it earlier today with my son, and I said, "Wait a minute," because before it came in, there was this disclaimer at the beginning. It made it very interesting. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna just step into the kitchen and let my son watch it, but the disclaimer popped up. I got the disclaimer right here. It says this program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. And so, after reading that, I had to stay and watch. I thought, it might be fucked up, accent here or there, something like that. Maybe insensitive costume on one of the Muppets or some shit like that. But no, that shit was very racist. Very.
Come on, bro. Look at God's
I'm glad that y'all knew that shit because I did not.
Yeah, everything back then, bro, from Looney Tunes,
Like I'm not hearing you. I don't know why.
I hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Not hearing you at all.
I can hear both of you.
Oh, okay. I got you. Go ahead, Big Luck. My bad.
I think he froze.
So every cartoon back then that we liked as a kid, from Heckle and Jekyll from Looney Tunes to the Muppets, all that shit had racist content in it. To this day.
Some of that shit, look, I knew even as a kid, like that shit is very, Speedy Gonzalez and shit like that. But
yeah, Tom and Jerry had some racist shit in it. Even though they never showed their faces, But why, when the maid walked in the kitchen, you knew the maid was black. You know what I'm saying? She talked hood as a motherfucker and basically jumped in Tom's ass about fucking up the kitchen, but you can tell that was hella racist from the shit that was.
Yeah. I recognize those, but for some reason, I don't know. I just missed the whole Muppet one. Or maybe I just don't.
I looked at Speedy Gonzalez was one of my favorite shit. And then they come in with the cousin Slowpoke Gonzalez. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Can't get no more fucking racist and more stereotype than that bullshit right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know. Yep. Or it seemed like every character that blew up and got something blew up in their face, they had blackface all of a sudden and shit like that. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
no subtlety whatsoever. But that's
think about it.
You throw that
Think
up.
about it. The Flintstones and the Justice. We watched that shit. And did you realize back in the days that I had one black person in they shows?
About that kind of shit too. We used to, read.
Yeah, come on, bro.
WWD. You know what I'm saying? So you're very perceptive of that at a young age. Oh, okay, I see what they're trying to say. You're looking at the monsters and shit, and you're like, hold on, this is weird.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Smurfs. The Smurfs was womanizers. Come on, they only had one woman in the whole entire fucking village. Come on, my nigga, really? And everybody was trying to hit. Come on, and she was like, come on, bro. Really? Out of all those fucking Smurfs, all that fucking magic and wizardry, and they only made one Smurf?
Smurfette.
Well, Smurfette, come on, bro. Everybody was fighting to try to hit.
Yeah. She was the daughter.
And then to fuck your head up even first, that Smurfette was the first person with plastic surgery. Because when they first made Smurfette, she was ugly as a motherfucker. Papa Smurf went in there and did some shit. And she came out with blonde hair and shit. And that was even racist back then. Come on, bro. I remember all that shit. That's why you should never get high and drink beer. You remember all the dumb shit. But anyway.
Crazy.
Smurfette was the first Kim Kardashian.
On a different note, it is 10:03, 10:04. One of our subscribers didn't come on, but I'm gonna shout her out. Happy birthday, baby D.
Oh, happy birthday.
That's what's up. Baby D birthday, huh?
Yeah, right now. It's 12 o'clock in Nashville.
That's right.
So, we're gonna shout her out.
I need like an instrument. That's what's up. Shout out to Baby D. I do have a bottle of drink here, but I have to drink for you on Friday. But I can't drink it.
Maybe we can do a little something right. Woo!
There too. Woo!
There you go.
Yeah, I said I was the only person getting dusted on the air. I'm sorry, my bad.
All right, gentlemen. Thank everyone for watching. It's been a great time. This is episode 3 of season 5. We're getting up there. And we're actually very close to achieving our goal of 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you very much for that.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Getting up there. So you guys stay tuned.
More to come.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know the deal. Take this shot for Baby D's birthday.
Yep, happy birthday.
whatever you want us to shout out, your birthday or friends, you know what I'm saying, and watch the show, surprise them, and we'll do a little something for them. Yeah, hit us. In the meantime, anybody in the chat want to do the do?
It's time to go. See ya.
Out of here.